Welcome back, everyone. Today, I want to talk about Charles Barkley and the comments he's made regarding where Draymond Green fits in the game of basketball and how he views him overall. I also want to take a look back because a lot has happened over the years. You can trace much of it back to 2018 during the Western Conference semifinals, when Draymond Green and Rajon Rondo went face-to-face. That's the earliest moment I could find where things really started to build. And here's what happened from that point forward.
Some friendly chatter between Rajon Rondo and Draymond Green.
That's what you want to call it?
What do you want to call it, Chuckster?
I just want somebody to punch him in the face.
Which one? American Express halftime report.
I really do. I just want somebody to punch him in the face.
Why you don't like Draymond? DOJ in
I
Atlanta.
want to punch him in the face.
Why you don't like Draymond?
I'm just telling you, I want to punch his ass in the face. I do.
2018. Kind of started a beef between, or you didn't start it, but a beef was started between you and Charles Barkley. Talking about he would have punched you in the face on some shit after you got into a Rondo. You go back in the post game and motherfucking punch me then. Talk to me about what that has been like, because it's interesting and I'm sure fans have a perspective. But me, like on the inside, we have a perspective too. But talk to me about what that shit is like.
I'm laughing at Dre. I'm just laughing at Dre's reaction, dog.
I seen his face. That's why I had to look away, because I seen his face. I had to look away so I didn't laugh.
I got a lot of respect for Charles Barkley, the basketball player, man. As a fan of basketball growing up, Charles Barkley was a great basketball player. He never won shit. And Charles Barkley has kind of had this beef with me since I started coming up. You know what I'm saying? Since I started coming up in this league, it's always him throwing a shot. And for years, I didn't respond. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, whatever, Charles Barkley's a great player. Like, I'm not going to respond, whatever. And it's just keep throwing a shot. Honestly, it's jealousy. You know what I'm saying? It's jealousy that somebody the same size as him or smaller could come in the league and have the success I had, make the money I've made, win the championships I've won. These are all things that Charles Barkley wasn't able to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, now granted, he made a lot of money for his time, but you and I both know the money has changed, or all three of us know, the money has changed in this league. It's not the same.
Tremendously.
And so it's not my fault that I benefited from the money going up, and I came in the era, and that's when my mom birthed me to come up in this era that, I've made more money than you, you know what I'm saying? Or, Charles Barkley is kind of like a lot of these fans, like, he scored more points than me. All right, cool, you know what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily mean you have more impact on a game than me. And so, I can kind of, I feel like it's just a lot of jealousy involved. And for me personally, I just hope to never be that guy. You know what I'm saying? As someone who may do TV or, after I'm done playing, like, I just don't never want to be that guy.
Draymond's response to the entire situation was that Barkley was simply jealous. But when you really look at it, that argument doesn't hold up very well. Barkley is one of those former players who has earned a tremendous amount of money through television, endorsements, and his post-playing career. So from a financial standpoint, there's really no strong reason to believe jealousy would be the issue. Draymond also pointed to the championship rings. But if you compare Charles Barkley's career, many people would still choose to be an MVP caliber player who led a team to the NBA Finals over being a player in Draymond's role, even with multiple championships. Then there's the Mr. Triple Single nickname, which became one of Charles Barkley's most memorable shots at Draymond.
24 minutes in the books in San Francisco. Draymond Green had missed the last two games and had played 9 minutes and 44 seconds of this one before being ejected in the second quarter.
He's probably still injured. Didn't want to play. He had his normal triple single. No, man. He talks all that stuff when he got them other boys with him. Now he got out there and fight for himself. He just don't want to play. Give me a break. Y'all better quit telling me who can play and who can't play. I
Taylor,
appreciate it.
I always watch you from a distance. It's been a pleasure to work with you, Dre. You're a hell of a player. Good luck in the play-in.
Don't let him do you. You ain't gonna do my friend like that.
That is crazy right now. You are not acting like that. Here, Chuck, take my ring. You can have it.
No, you all made this game so much fun. I love the all.
Last one I wanted to show you because they were doing television that was entertaining and it seemed jovial and all was good, but there was a time about 2 years ago where they had the NBA All-Star game and had the Rising Stars playing against the NBA All-Stars, and that was one of the things Adam Silver was doing to try to make the game competitive again, and nothing has been working, you know, over the last about 8 to 10 years. There hasn't been a good All-Star game. This year was a little bit better with Wemby and those guys out there, but East-West format, what we grew up on, what we used to, the guys go out there and halfway compete, you know. So we're gonna look at what Chuck and Draymond had to say about that.
Goes, I'm coaching some team, and she's right, some team that no one wants to see.
Oh, man.
I had to work so hard to play on Sunday night of All-Star Weekend. And because ratings are down, because the game's bad, we're bringing in Rising Stars. That's not a fix. I never played in the Rising Stars game. My first 2 years, I didn't touch that game. And these guys get to touch the All-Star floor on Sunday night? Like when the floor is the floor? You know, in America, the president has Air Force One, right?
Yeah.
They have several of those planes. It's only Air Force One if the president's on it. That's the All-Star floor. You have the court, you have the events. It's a nice looking court. When All-Stars are on the court, now it's the All-Star court. Those guys did not make the All-Star team. To be playing in the All-Star game and you did not make the All-Star team is absurd. They're doing this to pump All-Star up. I think that's dumbing it down even more. You put some rising stars out there, first, second year guys that's nowhere near All-Star level, by the way. And they're going to play against All-Stars.
I'll just say this question leads to where he wants to go.
You work all year to be an All-Star, and you get to play up to 40, and then you're done. This is so unfair to Victor Wembanyama, who just took this game really seriously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who just took this game really seriously. When you talk about chasing after the points records, Melo and Kobe and all these guys who've had great scoring nights, they don't get the opportunity to do that with this game. Also, we can watch some rising stars. We're about to watch.
The most recent moment, and the one most fans probably remember, is when Charles Barkley openly said that the Golden State Warriors dynasty was over. Even with reports linking the team to LeBron James, Barkley's point was that the Warriors were more likely to be fighting for a play-in tournament spot, or sitting just outside the group of true championship contenders. In his view, that wasn't a criticism, it was simply the natural end of a remarkable run after years of winning at the highest level. Draymond, however, doesn't seem ready to accept that conclusion. He had plenty to say in response to Chuck's comments. So let's look back at what Barkley said first, then break down Draymond's latest reaction.
Well, it's over for the Warriors.
There you go.
I mean, no disrespect. But disrespect is no disrespect. It ends for every old team. You have your run, you get old, y'all let Clay go. You and Steph on the backside of y'all careers. It just passed you by. Y'all had one of the greatest runs ever. If you think you're not in the playoffs, you're not gonna make. You think you're gonna get healthier for next year? You're just gonna get older. That's no disrespect. You guys had one of the greatest runs of all time. If you want to compete, you're gonna have to leave there. If Steph wants to compete, he's gonna have to leave there. You're gonna have to make that decision.
What if they bring the right pieces in?
They can't bring the right pieces. Why? Because they don't have no cap space.
Okay.
They don't have any cap space.
Do you believe what he's talking over here?
Well, here's what I would say. We had to hug for a reason, right? Like we're not,
because it's over.
We're not oblivious.
Yeah.
So like, this could be the end.
That's the thing that makes me laugh. Always ends. Sports are for young people. You hope to have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like, we don't want to.
What does that look like?
Did you see it?
I'm just asking.
I saw it.
Listen, man, hey, I wouldn't trade my career for Draymond's. I'm pretty sure Karl Malone wouldn't. I'm pretty sure Patrick Ewing wouldn't. But Draymond's had a really a terrific career. But to think he's on the same level with us as players, you'd have to be crazy to think that.
I had a question about the show with Draymond.
Yeah.
So that clip that went viral this year, I actually said right after when we did our show, I was like, this is actually awesome for Charles because you played it so perfectly where you just sat there. He was kind of talking out of his ass, and we like Draymond. We had him on a few months ago. He's kind of talking out of his ass, and then the reaction online is people don't remember how good Charles Barkley was.
What was interesting about it, I didn't even pay it that much of attention.
Yeah, you should have because they were glazing you.
So we go to the little dive bar after work all the time. And Draymond went with me that night, and so I'm not even paying attention to it because I don't do the internet. I don't do any of that shit. So I fly and I land and I got 100 messages. I'm like, what? Somebody got traded or something. And then it was about the Draymond stuff. And I was like, I never even gave that a second thought. But I was really surprised how many people went after Draymond and defended me. Listen, man, I'm not sensitive at all. Because I say stuff about players. I hope they're not sensitive because if I say it, I believe it. That don't mean I'm always right. So that didn't even faze me whatsoever. I mean, I can take it as much as I can dish it out.
Yeah.
So you went out to the drinks with Draymond after that.
Yeah, and then
he probably knew though because he is online. He's like looking at.
Well, we were too busy drinking tequila to worry about online at that point.
That's good. That's good.
You should have gone online that day though, because it was crazy. The highlights, people had highlight packages, numbers, everything.
Listen, Draymond is a good player. I was a great player. I don't go back and forth trying to defend. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
But we're not on the same level.
As you can see, Charles Barkley explained that he and Draymond actually grabbed drinks afterward, and he didn't realize how much the exchange had blown up until his phone started filling with messages. Moments like this go viral all the time. We've seen Barkley and Shaq constantly trade shots over championships, with Shaq bringing up his rings and Barkley firing right back. Even when things get personal, they usually laugh it off because that's part of the show's formula. Their long friendship makes that dynamic work. Draymond, though, took Barkley's "the dynasty is over" comments much more personally, which is understandable when you're defending your team. Barkley has even joked before that he wanted to punch Draymond in the face, but comments like that are often made for television rather than taken literally. Now that Draymond is working in sports media himself, he's seeing how these debates are designed to spark conversation and keep viewers engaged. At the end of the day, Barkley and Draymond simply belong in different tiers as players. Barkley was an MVP, a Dream Team member, and led the Suns to the NBA Finals. At his peak, he was one of the toughest forwards in basketball to defend because of his strength, athleticism, and skill. That doesn't diminish Draymond's accomplishments, though. He has been a vital piece of every Warriors championship, bringing defense, playmaking, leadership, and an identity that perfectly complemented Stephen Curry and the rest of the team. The difference is that Barkley was the franchise centerpiece, while Draymond has thrived as one of the greatest role players and glue guys the league has ever seen.